Howdy partner, today we're going to walk you through how to replace a tire on your bicycle and what common pitfalls to avoid. It's a really easy project, and also when we do this we're going to replace the tube in there as well, so that's kind of an added bonus. If you want to come on over here, you'll see this tire was really worn out. We got a bunch of holes in it, it's all smooth, so this is not safe for wet pavement and it's going to fail. So we got to figure out what size tire it is. Let's go ahead and measure it out. You're going to measure from the outside of the tire. So this one, if fully inflated in the middle, is a 20-inch tire. You don't want to measure the wheel, you're measuring the tire outside. So that's at 20 inches. So we went ahead and ordered a tire, and if you're like me, you probably got something like this, and you say, how in the world am I going to make this fit onto here? But it's not hard, and we're going to show you today. So first you're going to go ahead and you're going to open up that tire that you ordered, and we'll link some in the description, whether you want to get a tire online at Amazon or at Walmart. We've got a couple different options. And then you're going to open it up and kind of just pop it into shape, and it should sort of get into a general shape. So now, it looks kind of big. That's a good tire. Next thing you're going to do is we're going to loosen up the nuts that are going to be on here, in this case pegs. We've already done a front tire. Front tire is an easy one. Back tire might be a little harder. But these are going to be usually like 10 millimeter or so, 3/8 of an inch, or they might be, 5/8, 9/16, depending. This one actually on these pegs is a 3/4 inch, or sorry, a 7/8. But you're just going to go ahead and break that free on both the front and the back. And you're going to take off either the nuts or the pegs. Once we do that, we're going to slide it off. And as you look right here, you'll see that there's some play for the rear axle, and that's because of the chain. So you're going to push it up a little forward and try to work that chain off. Should come off pretty easily if you push it forward. And then the wheel should be able to come out freely. You also may have a wheel lock like this one does. So you just take a Phillips head screwdriver and take that off. So once you take that off, it's a good thing to have a little spot to go ahead and drop all your little screws and nuts and everything. Little magnetic tray. Now, the wheel should come off freely, like so. All right, it's best to work with the bike upside down also. So what you're going to do now is you're going to remove the valve stem cover, and then you can either use a valve stem remover tool, which is, if you don't have one, something like this, or you can just use a flathead screwdriver, and you want to let some of the air out of that tire. So you're just going to push into that valve and just let some of the air out. So once we got some of the air out of the tires, now we want to go ahead and get this old wheel or this old tire off. And if you have tire levers, these are really handy. A lot of the tires will come with them, or this came with this kit, or you can purchase them for just a couple bucks. You don't want to go putting in sharp tools or anything, because if you do, you could damage the tube, and you may not want to replace your tube. But basically, you want to put one in, you usually have a set of two, and then you're going to go over about 2 or 3 spokes, and you're going to put in another one. And you're going to work the tire out with these, gradually going along. Now, depending on how long that tire's been in there, it may come out easy, or maybe a little hard. You may be able to kind of just go along it and start to break it free. And in no time at all, we're going to get this tire right here. Now, if you're just replacing a tube, you could actually probably pull the tube out of the front right there and not have to take off the whole tire. But we are going to replace this tire because it's the bad part. So now we've gotten one half off, and then we're just going to kind of muscle the other half off. Pretty easy. You also could have pushed this out through the hole on the valve stem. So we've got that. If you want to reuse your tube, you can. We are not going to reuse this tube because it was leaking, but we're going to go ahead and use a new tube. So here's your wheel. For your new tube, you bought that tube in the size you need. You're going to take it out, and then you're going to slightly inflate it. Not all the way hard, but just enough to where it gets some shape. So we're going to give it just a couple pumps to where it's not inflated, but it's got some shape. And then we're going to take that valve stem and work it into the hole where it should be. And then we'll just gently put the tube over the tire. So now it's looking almost like we have a tire again. All right, so you've got that new tire that we talked about that you got. Now you're going to put that over the entire wheel and tire, over both of them. And you just want to work this. It should be pretty easy to get this over both the wheel and the tire, being careful not to pinch your tube. So now it's kind of floating in the middle, okay? No big deal. Now what you want to do is you're going to work the sidewall in on one side, and you can gradually go along and just sort of work it in. This should be pretty easy until you get about 3/4 of the way around. And then once you get about 3/4 of the way around, which we're getting to, this one actually went in really easy on that side. So you want to make sure it's pretty even. And you got a good seal. Make sure it's not getting hung up on that tube at all. So that looks pretty good. Now we're going to go to this side. And this one, we're going to also work around, trying to keep a little pressure on it so that it doesn't come out as you're going. You also want to make sure that your valve stem doesn't get lost. So once you get about 3/4 of the way, if you need to, you can take the back end of that lever and push it in and just kind of help to push it. Or you may be able to do it by hand, depending. Then you want to go around and make sure it's well seated. Make sure it's even. And we're going to go ahead and give it a couple pumps to fill that tube about halfway. So once we fill it about halfway, we're going to in and check it and make sure it seems to be even, that you've got a good seating of that wheel, which we do. And you're going to finish it all the way up. Okay. With that wheel done, we're ready to put it back on. So important to note, you want to make sure that you put this wheel tread on in the proper direction. So it's going to have a note on it somewhere that should say drive with an arrow. And you want to spin the correct way. So the correct way for this one would be for it to drive this way going forward, which is correct. Be careful on the back because you want to make sure your sprocket's on the right side when you do that. On the front, you can twist the wheel around. On this side, you got to do it this way. But this is correct to where when you see that drive with the arrow, because that way it grips properly. Now what you're going to do is you're going to work this back onto that rear axle. Then you're going to take your chain and you want to get your chain back onto the sprocket. And then you want to evenly pull this back to make that chain tight. Now it doesn't have to be super, super tight, but pretty tight. As you get that pulled back and tight, you're going to put back on your nuts, or in this case, these pegs. And again, once you get that back, you can kind of pull this back to make the chain tight, like that. Go ahead and tighten back on that locking mechanism. Okay, after you get that on, we're going to tighten up those nuts. We've got a little give in the chain, but it's pretty nice and tight. Put on the valve, and we're good to go. Hope this video was helpful. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more great home how-to tips and tricks, as well as some awesome product reviews. And we kind of walk you through anything around the house that just needs a little fixing and is really not a difficult project that you can definitely tackle. Just be careful when you're doing this. Be careful not to puncture that inner tube. Don't use any sharp, knives or screwdrivers or anything else to try to pry this out. And as long as you do that, make sure everything's tightened back up, and you should be good to go. So again, thanks for watching. Remember, all this project, if I can do it, you can too.